Welcome back, or welcome to Glowing Hour. We're your hosts, Sam and Mel.
Okay, killed it on the first try. Look at you go.
I said in my brain I was getting like all anxious, and I was like, just relax, just say it.
No, that's truly what you have to do. Just slow down.
Literally.
Period.
Well, guys, if you didn't listen to this last episode, this came out this week. We talked about being the last like single friend. I feel like that perspective was very much amongst women.
Oh yeah.
Or the femmes of the world, and
I don't know how the men are feeling about that.
I don't know how the men are feeling about that, you know?
Interesting. That being said, well, first, hold on. What we're drinking.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what it is, to be honest.
Hibiscus
gin, a little bit of orange juice.
Ooh. It's like a tropical, like, gin.
Yeah.
Tea mix, whatever.
Well, we'll see. It smells good.
Oh, it's good. It tastes like orange. It tastes like orange juice.
Which is crazy because I only used one orange for the both.
This is dangerous. This is like really good.
Well, now you guys know. Gin. I think gin hides.
Gin is a very scary girly.
Mm-hmm.
She can hide well in alcohol.
She's hidden.
Like drinks.
Anyway, so that being said, that we don't know what the men are thinking. This thought crossed my brain, and I feel like it's pretty accurate. I think single men, are the new crazy cat ladies. And let me elaborate on that thought. I think there are so many viable women out there. This is hetero, of course.
Of course.
I think there's so many viable women out there looking for their person and, like, really trying. So if you're a single man...
What's up?
That's peculiar. Something's wrong with you then. Like, you're the crazy cat lady. You know how back in the day they wanted to be like, oh, she's single and she's 30.
She's just a crazy cat lady.
Crazy cat lady, she's never gonna get married. And it's like,
babe,
well...
There's a lot of you now, and it lies on the other gender these days.
Yeah. And I think, that being said also, is like the crazy cat lady of that time just didn't want to be in a relationship, I guess, you know? They were just like, it's not for me, or none of these people are for me. I'm gonna hold to my standards. So the same could be said for the men out there who are the crazy cat ladies today. But...
They have a different name these days, but I don't want to say it.
I do think if I come across a single man, well, I'm jumping on it, of course. I'm like, so what's the tea? What's going on? Are you actually, like, single? Are you just pretending but you're in a relationship? Cool. But there is some, like, thought there. Like, why are you such a good guy and single? Right? Does that question cross your mind if you meet a single man?
Yeah.
Like, so what's the catch? But maybe he just has high standards the way crazy cat ladies did.
More often than not, though, it's
a problem.
It's the problem. It's like they think they're a catch, and then you ask them. Like, there's this video I recently saw. Mm-hmm. It was like a podcast type vibe, and it was like this woman asking. They were like arguing, like this guy and her.
On the street? Oh no,
they're like podcasts, like sitting.
Yeah.
And she was like, they're talking about like being high value women, and they're just high value people, like wanting a relationship or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she was like, by what standards? Because he was like, there's no good women out there. Like, all women are just foul and, like, basically fuck them. Like, there's no good women out there.
It's kind of how some of us sound, I guess, talking about men, but...
We've gone through enough.
Yeah.
Through that.
Yeah.
There's a reason we say it.
True.
But she was like, okay, interesting. So if you consider yourself a high-value man, what are the attributes, what do you bring to the table? Like, what makes you a high-value man?
Oh my god, what do you say?
And all he could say is, I'm 6'5", and I make $100K.
I fear the bar is in hell.
Right. And it's like, but it's also so interesting because I'm like, okay, sir, if you just like stop and think about your answer right now and how you value yourself.
So your girl should just be hot and whatever.
Submissive to your money, apparently, is what you think. So it's like, what is the your high value woman is not even a high value woman, because when you're thinking about it, if this woman is hot, and submissive to money,
there's a lot of them out there.
There's a lot of you out there. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a fucking big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say, like, maybe you want more from a woman. That high value woman is not going to think that the things that you
Bring to the table
are enough.
Because they probably make their own money or have their own set of confidence attributes and things of that nature. They don't need that.
It's just crazy, though. Like,
did she, like, press him on it and that's all he could say?
That's what he responded to that, and then she was like, well, you know, sorry to say, but, like, I don't consider that a high value man. And then she went into, like, all of the things that she wants or that she considers a high value man, right, which are literally like so many more things. Emotional intelligence, like caring for other people,
communicative, good relationship with people, their families, etc. Wow.
On a different note, we'll get back to that part. But did you see that video from Teffy of, like, she went through, like, a TikTok, like, it was another TikTok that was a swipe through of Reddit, like a Reddit thread?
No, I don't think so.
The Reddit thread question was, like, what is that one thing that a girl has said to you, like, in passing, that made you realize she wasn't the one? And Teffy,
oh my God,
and Teffy was like, I thought I was gonna see things like, she cheated, or they were rude to, like, service people, whatever.
Let's hear it. I'm ready.
And maybe there were some other ones, but the one that she highlighted was, like, it said she held her breath when she couldn't sleep, basically, until she passed out.
Okay. Is it like serial killer trait? Is that why? I don't...
That was not even the prompt, but that's what this person responded. And I just thought it was like the funniest fucking thing I could have ever... Like, how do you even come up with that? How did she decide one morning, or one night, I mean, to be like, I can't sleep? The girl takes her sleep serious. That's all I gotta say.
Pass out.
Hold your breath till you pass out.
That takes a lot of will and strength, I will say.
Had me cracking up when I tell you. It was so funny.
Teffy, always finding the good stuff. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
High value women.
High value women.
I get, is that considered, like, she's low value for that, or what? Like,
I think he was scared of her.
Tell you, serial killer trait, little. That one took it a little too far, girl.
A little too far. But anyway, high value.
Right.
Men or women, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, I almost choked on ice. I feel like...
serial killer trait.
Me choking at every moment.
No. Oh.
I feel like that's a big thing, is, like, men are using these very, like...
They're therapized
words and terms, and utilizing and weaponizing them in this way where they're like, well, I haven't found a high value woman. And it's like, you don't even know what you're saying, buddy.
Like, explain that to me, please.
Explain what you're just thinking, because...
Oh, that's a good date question.
To what
you're looking for a high value woman. Can you give me some of those qualities?
And also, what
makes like for you?
What makes you a high value man?
I'm 6'5", and
you know what?
I make money.
I would respect it if they came out with some real truth and was like, I actually haven't been able to find a high value woman. I consider myself a kind, loyal person who, you know, is a very big provider. I am really great to my family.
She gave a platform to a really loser kind of guy, whoever he is.
So it's just like, I think that's the epidemic of it all, is like
the therapized
talk.
I think that is the problem with men. And that's, I hate to be in that space of, like, that there's even a problem. I don't know, it's weird to be in a generation where, like, I'm fine with people not getting married at as young of an age and having kids as young of age, whatever. But, like, the fact that it's, like, commitment just is, like, so anti for our generation is really fucking irritating. When you are, like, pro-commitment, it's like, why can't, like, my dad was talking about it. I don't forget, he was talking about a coworker or something. I don't really remember, but he was saying, like, our generation is so anti-commitment, like, anything that slightly turns us off is like, oh, I'm not gonna commit. We're breaking up. Like, it's whatever. Bye. Like, you're an issue. But it's, like, the pros and cons of that, you know, of, like, committing too fast back in the day.
Right.
To not committing at all.
Yeah, which is why I feel like you're seeing also, like, a lot of Gen Z people either being, like, extremely monogamous or in, like, polyamorous relationships, because it's like, okay, also I think let me take a step back. I think our generation has such a problem with commitment because of we were directly impacted from the high rates of divorce. Me and you were not necessarily, but our generation has been. Yeah. And so I think like that really allots for like questioning of systematic beliefs and traditions and things like that. So, but then that again, like that is then weaponized, like when you have traumatized people who are in their feelings and haven't dealt with.
And that does not make you a low value person.
No, that does not make you a low value person. It does not make you that. But then like those same people, if they don't want to like heal, they'll stay in this like routine of like deciding that commitment's not for them, but being unhappy with not finding love, and then they find like value in validation and like validation through stupid means of like money or like sex appeal or looks and like attraction versus like deep rooted commitment. And I think that that's where like the difference lies, and I think there's like a balancing that's happening where like we're looking at boomers and being like, y'all had a really crazy ass commitment, where a lot of you like committed. Really 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 had it, like maybe you shouldn't have been together, but y'all stuck it through. And then there's like the late or like the older millennials who like got married and got divorced and then like really traumatized the next generation.
So cultural too, because then Mormon wives, like all the Utah girlies who got married, or just like highly religious people who promote marriage at a young age, like getting married at 20 and being divorced by 28, like with kids, multiple kids, like, or whatever.
I'm sorry, but like what did you think was gonna happen?
Well, they didn't know. They literally were so sheltered to like,
I know,
not to say reality, but kind of like, I don't know. It's just like everyone has a different version of reality.
People not knowing themselves, or like they know this one version of themselves, but then like they grow as people and their partners also grow, and you're like, oh, we're really not.
But the thing is about the religious thing is they think that like God has got you. Like, God's gonna keep us together no matter what. And I'm like, okay. Well, did it?
Did it work?
Did it, though? I don't think it did. Yeah. But some people it works. Anyway.
Not to shame that, but, like, yeah. It's just interesting.
It is very interesting to be in this era of non-committal people.
And, like, to specifically our point, non-committal men who blame it on the non-valuable woman that supposedly...
It is crazy to think, like... Because in reality, I think crazy cat lady is supposed to be, like, a slur, right? I don't know if you'd call it a slur, but, like a derogatory phrase, name, whatever you'd call it. But I don't think it's... it's like taking the power back a whore, right? You know what I mean?
Sam said me.
I said me. Crazy cat lady, high standards, loves animals. These are all great things in my opinion. The word crazy is not necessarily a good...
It's not necessary.
Start.
Period.
Yeah, cat lady would do. Thank you. But for the real men out there that are like crazy cat ladies, what should we call it? Crazy cat cooties? I don't fucking know. Whatever. I feel like they're like my kin, you just have you're actually a high value man who is out here just like not trying to fuck around and like sleep around and whatever. But also at the same time, I have that dilemma of like, but isn't there so many of us? And maybe I'm wrong because I'm not out here trying to date women. So like maybe there is a deficit of high value women, but it's hard to put that in my brain when all the women I know are high value. You know what I mean?
I think like statistically speaking, like no.
Like, if I was to be a scientist right now, scientifically, nor. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know what the experience is a little.
I think maybe it's just, like, in the same form that we're talking about, like, environmentally, like, where to find people. It's, like, maybe that's because y'all are all just fucking hanging at the same... In the club, we're all... literally stop being fam and, like, go outside.
Right. Like, go to a...
Touch grass for a little bit.
Bookstore. Go to a grocery store.
Do something different. Because clearly the routine of, like, what you're doing is not meeting the right people for you. And not to say that there isn't good people in that pool, but, like...
This is advice to every single person.
It's just insane.
Because I'm like, oh... In the club, we ain't all fam.
We ain't all fam.
Actually, we all fam, and that's why we're not getting married, because that's incest. Oh,
but,
man.
Yeah, I think that's
just a tidbit.
That's a tidbit.
A tidbit on the dating realm and commitment issues. Long story short, if you're a high value man, please like meet me at the grocery store.
Come up to me.
Please talk to me. What is the issue with talking to people too? That's also the problem.
Everyone's so obsessed with, it's the thought of like, oh well, I could just like find somebody on an app and not have to like.
But none of us like the apps. Okay, exactly. You want to know what happened recently? Why I deleted Hinge again?
What?
Downloaded it in Joshua Tree because why not? I'm on a trip. That's usually what sparks it. Like when you're on a trip somewhere.
I'm going somewhere.
Right? Like, oh my god, it's something to talk about. I don't know. And so I downloaded it, matched with some guy. And I was like, okay, he's like kind of cute. And I was like, you know what? I need to be open. Like, maybe I'm not obsessed with him, but it's fine. Let's just see where this conversation goes. And I never, if they don't put like something to the prompt, like they just liked my photo, I'm like, I'm not saying anything to you. You need to say something to me first.
Yeah, there's
because we're matching, right? Yeah. Like you clearly liked me first, so why don't you say something? Like even on the apps they won't. And guess what he says to me? I give him I match with him. I give him the chance, and he goes, I'm like, you're telling me you'd come up to me in bar and say, hi.
Maybe.
And wait for a response. Just blinking at me, waiting. I'm like, no.
I just feel like, aren't we so far gone from this, like, introducing yourself as, hi.
Right. Especially when, like, the person's profile, mine, is, like, very much, like, I'm looking for somebody forever. I'm not looking for, like, someone to tell me I'm pretty and feed my ego. Like, thank you. I do enough of that on my own. I'm a Leo.
Yeah, I don't fucking get that.
Right? Hi?
Hi. That's all you got? Also,
hi.
like...
Deleted it immediately. I was like, goodbye.
And listen, buddy, you could have been the one. But
you weren't.
You didn't do it right.
I just don't know. I don't know what is going on out there. Maybe I need to give it more chances. It's so time consuming.
Maybe just give it like, if you say hi back, what is the next move?
Like I just say hello.
Say hey. Like give no effort, and then if they don't come up with something fucky, like if they're like, how are you? Blocked.
Unmatched. See you later.
Or you could take it even further and like give them a real like how you are. Like, oh, today I got my period, and so I'm like having such a like funky day. I'm having a little bit of cramps, you know, feeling a little bit. My
sister or friend was super annoying because X, Y, and Z. They're like, right. Whoa.
Well, you can't hang. You can't hang.
I was going to say, Katie was just talking about how as friends, we need to hold each other accountable to when men need to be yelled at. And I don't disagree, but it's like this fine line of like exerting too much energy that someone doesn't deserve. Then you like,
what is this
like the guy that said hi in that scenario? I could have been like, honestly, it's really annoying that all you said was hi. Like, are you trying to find someone or not? Do you know what I mean?
I don't like
right?
With that scenario, maybe not, but
it's also like, how's he gonna learn that that's annoying if someone doesn't tell him? That's the problem. We're perpetuating the problem by not saying anything to these men, which I understand, but I also don't want to waste my fucking time being the one to teach men. But also, in our whole male loneliness epidemic, so what we talked about is that we have to be part of it, the solution. Frustrating.
God, grow up.
Like, truly, how do you not get that? There's a lot of men I could have told off. Still could.
Way too many.
And what do? I soft block them instead. And say, sayonara. Protecting my peace here. But sometimes they need to be told off. It's just so...
I think for bigger aggravating things, yeah.
You can think of a couple in your head right now.
I think that's different.
Like you should.
Like the, what you're saying. Yeah, the high thing, I'm just like...
Yeah, the high thing...
You could just be like, damn, I was really looking forward to this, but all you said was hi. Bye.
I actually really didn't think you were that cute, but I was giving you a chance. Good job fumbling it.
You fumbled, man.
No, because then it starts like oh, well, you're ugly anyways. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not here for that. I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's a fine balance, but I do agree. When the moment's right, we should be telling off men. And not necessarily like yelling at them and wasting a bunch of...
On a similar note.
Okay.
I think we should be telling men when they're doing a good job, even if you're not interested.
Right.
But it's a fine balance one has to play.
I have to tell you a story after we finish.
Because,
yeah,
like, Brittany got
the smoothie guy.
Huh?
Smoothie guy?
No, smoothie guy?
She spilled the smoothie and then he was like, I'll buy you
that was
one.
good, but
that
let me
was
tell
a good
them.
one. Okay. I think you might have, I don't know, maybe not.
Maybe not. So,
if you guys haven't, she's going to tell it again.
Brittany got, like, Facebook Market, like, sold something.
Yeah.
Spilt her smoothie inside of the box of whatever this was. Oh, it was, like, air filter. It was an air filter. She put it in a box. She spilled her smoothie into the box, but left the mess in the box. And the guy came to pick it up, and she wasn't home. And then I think she just, like, messaged him, like, hey, so sorry for the mess. I didn't have time to clean it, but, like, it's just a smoothie. Like, no, chill. Like, I'm sorry. Chill out. Like, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Not in those words.
It's not
like,
on
it's
your
fine.
thing. Yeah.
And he just, like, doesn't say anything, and then, like, sends her...
I thought he asked her, like...
He asked her. He, like, messaged her and was, like, basically, like, I think you're really cute based on, like, the Venmo or whatever.
Like, I just saw your Venmo.
Like, can I buy you a smoothie for the one that you lost? Or the one that, like,
I mean,
whatever.
good move.
Great move. She said, I'm not interested,
I'm telling
and it was
you.
fine.
This is what I said last time when you start selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. That's exactly what I said.
But the other one that happened was we were at a bar, and some guy and his friends were all looking, like, at our group of friends. And then he comes up to Brittany, and he's like, hey, can I get your... Like, I think you're so pretty. Like, can I get your number? And she was like, honestly, no, dude. Like, I'm, like, basically... Not married, but she's like, I'm in a relationship. I'm moving to Europe for my man. Like... Not interested. He was like, okay, for sure. I just, like, I can't go back to my friends without a number. And then, like, he was very respectful when he came up to her. And so then she gave him her sister's number instead. And then, like, she was like, kind of like, how you came up to me was really, like, kind. Like, not thank you, but, like, that was very kind.
Good
like, very
job.
very respectful, like, good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then... I think I've told the one about Logan. She got, like, hit on at the Grove, and she was like, you're so brave.
That one, maybe don't use that word. Maybe don't call them brave.
Don't call them brave, but say, I think this will work for someone else. Like, I really appreciate it.
You putting your... nope. Don't say that one either.
I think you should keep doing this. I'm just not the one. Other girls are going to really appreciate your energy. Like, I think that's really cool of you.
My God,
I took it too far.
It's really cool of you. Like, then you start back.
You're dope because of it.
Do you want to be my friend? I have single friend. She would actually think you're ugly, but she is single. Maybe. Just takes it way too far. Classic us. I think, yeah, so, like, solution on our end, because I like to come with solutions and not always a problem. We gotta yell at them and tell them when they're doing good. We gotta somehow reinforce the behaviors.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow.
Flabbergasted.
Just like crazy for the ones that found their man at 16.
That's different though. I feel like you
there's a whole set of other problems.
There's a whole set of problems.
Thank you.
But
for
also
saying
like he was all men at or like all kids at
like
16.
Boys.
Like all boys. They're all kind of the same at that age. So it's kind
problem.
of like it's kind
meet a problem.
It's kind of like a lottery, like or like a what's the word? It's like bingo. I
don't know. I'm watching Gilmore Girls now, and Dean is giving everything I wish my high school boyfriend was and more. Have you seen it?
I've seen it, but I'm just saying,
But it's a show.
But it's a show, and
he's a character.
I think there is like special guys that like from a young age
for sure
showcase that, but you probably thought they weren't hot or they were like nerds or you brothered them, you know. So that's
no, the ones girls. I brothered.
Anywho,
you guys should go listen to that episode.
Go listen to the brother episode.
Brother. Anyway, that's it for this week. We're just gonna end it right there. We hope you guys enjoyed this one. As we said, we're doing shorter glowing hours. Leave feedback. Are we enjoying it? Are we hating it?
Oh, I got feedback from Logan.
Oh, did you?
The
first one, probably?
The
fast one?
The fast recap of our...
She said it stressed her out?
She said it was, like, too much.
It was stressful.
Yeah.
Alright, we had a lot to catch up on.
I wish you guys just, like, stuck on 2 things and were able to talk. And we're like, yeah.
Agreed.
But...
But we just had to get a lot
So
out.
maybe that was just like the vibe of the episode, that like you're rushing to get ready, like you're listening to us because we're talking so
You're
fast.
trying to get us on the energy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Heard. Give us feedback. That's it. Do all the things that we tell you to do every week if you can.
Yep.
Review, rate, and follow us, and subscribe, and all the things. But anyway, we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.